Page 117, Für Ludwig. It's a little piece, a melody loosely based on Beethoven's Für Elise piece that he did. On page 116, they're having fun with flats. Just go knock yourself out, have a ball. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I don't really cover it. I want to talk about this piece on 117. 4/4 time, we got sharps and flats all over the place. So let's take this one hand at a time. We're here in C position, but we got C sharps. And since fourth finger's on the C, I'm going to use fourth finger on the C sharp. And again, these are the weak fingers, so I'm just transferring weight from finger to finger. Then a flat, you get them both in there, and this is going to be fun. Second line, you're here. B flat there, and then the third line similar to the first, same, and the fourth line is similar to the second, similar. Left hand, you got the chords, sort of, but look at this, they got a flat in the middle of that chord. So the middle note of the chord is flat. So the chord is here, it's a G chord, but the middle note is flat, so we're going to go here. That's the chord. The next one, you've already had the D7 chord. That's no big deal because the sharp in front of the upstart. Second line, it's that chord again, but now it's broken, one note at a time. Rest. And then it's an A. That last note is an A because the next line, next something, it's a G. So the last two measures of the first line going on is here. Rest. Like so. Then you got the chords again, and then the last measure. There's a note underneath. To play that note, a G, an octave lower. So you simply go down here and play it. That's all. They can do that. Put the hands together. Watch out there. Second line, last two measures, you have a whole note. You don't hold it down. You hold it down all the way to the G, the next measure when you play the G again, but then it's a quarter note. And then you're playing both of these notes in the third line, both of these notes at the same time. So it's a little tricky. And then the last line, the last two measures, it's here. Hold the whole note down as you play that. Both of these are down for 2 beats and then both come up. So you have to be careful. I went kind of fast. You can go slow on this, but the beat, keep the beat steady. Then once you have that, add the slurs. Here, that's the first line. Then lift up. So the last two measures of the first line is here. Then lift up. So there's a little silence there in the right hand. Now that's connected. That slur goes all the way through the first beat of the next med to the G. So you're connecting that one. And then the third line is the same as the first. You lift up, and then the last line, and you connect that. All that's connected together. It's all slurred together. See, that is a slur, not a phrase. So the first line, that's a phrase. That's a musical sentence. It's also a slur because we're going to connect it. But it's a musical sentence. But when you get down to the bottom, the right hand showing, that's a musical sentence. That's a phrase. That's a phrase. But that's a slur. That's not a musical sentence. It's just you connect it. So that's a good example of the difference between a slur and a phrase right there. They're using both in this piece. Then the dynamics, soft, melody. That means these chords got to be super soft. The whole thing is generally soft, but you can get a little louder and softer as you do it. Typically on this piece, there's a little crescendo in the first measure to here, and then you come back down. And same thing here. you got to know the piece well enough that you can feel these things in it, and then you'll do it. And it's whatever you feel. As long as you stay in that soft range, you're fine. Now, speed-wise, not too fast, but be happy about it. I tend to do that. If you're going to sing these, how fast would you sing it? It's not slow. It's not really fast. It's sort of fast. Sort of a fast moderato thingy type thing. I don't know. It's a range. It's whatever you feel it should be, or whatever your teacher tells you it's going to be. I'd like to play this slowly with you to double check the notes and the rhythms. So let's try that. I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not doing any dynamics, just the notes and rhythms. 1, 2, ready, go.